Kokdu, Season of Deity premiered on MBC on the 27th of January. This medical, fantasy rom-com K-drama started on a good note. With a mixture of goblin, story-like and a dash of Legend of the Blue Sea, sprinkled with a medical backstory, and set in both modern and past Korea, this drama promises to be a good watch. That's why today, I'm going to explain, review and recap episodes 1 and 2 of Kokdu, Season of Deity, also known as Season of Kokdu. But first, remember to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content. Thanks. 500 years ago, Oh-Hyun, an ordinary guard, fell in love with Seol-Hui. Oh-Hyun and Seol-Hui became friends and then lovers when Seol-Hui decided to learn martial arts from him to protect herself. When she was adopted after her parents' death, she knew that her current guardians intended to sell her off to the highest bidder. So she intends to defend herself when the time comes. However, Oh-Hyun stepped up to the challenge of protecting her. He promised to protect her in life and death. He sealed his promise with a ring in the shape of an azalea flower, which is believed to bloom on Earth and in the afterlife. But fate had other plans for the tragic lovers. Seol-Hui was promised to a high-ranking official, to her dismay. On the day she was to meet her groom, she met with Oh-Hyun to return his ring of promise to him. But Oh-Hyun couldn't let her go. He took the ring with the promise of returning it to her. He then hatched a plan to escape with her on their way to the officer. However, a soldier caught wind of their plan and executed Oh-Hyun in front of Seol-Hui. This made Seol-Hui kill the high-ranking official and herself, thereby eliciting a tragic circle of ill-fated love. Oh-Hyun, hell-bent on keeping his promise of protecting Seol-Hui even in the afterlife, incurred the wrath of the creator. He refuses to submit to his assigned fate, despite forgetting the face and name of the woman he's waiting for. He incurred the wrath of God for his disobedience. As punishment, the creator made him become a Kokdu. He said to him, "You will meet such a death that is feared and avoided by all and unable to be loved." The creator didn't stop there, he added more curses. He said to him, "The curses and resentments of all humans and the deceased will ring eternally in your ears. Like that, you will guide the deceased in the afterlife and pursue repeated killings in the world." But because he is also a merciful creator, he made leeway for him by giving him an out. He tells him that if the woman he has been waiting for chooses to love him even in such a state, his curses will be lifted, and his cursed life will end. But this is a tricky one and a recipe for a tragic ending. This means that his life will end when he finds the woman he loves, and the woman loves him in return. Every 99 years, Kokdu, the god of death, comes down to the world and possesses a human body that looks just like him to serve his punishment. He kills scummy people who deserve to die, but he's not allowed to sin. In the present day, Han Gae-jeol, who looks identical to Seol-Hui, works as a visiting doctor at Yeonju Hospital. But because she graduated from the country's lowest-ranked medical school, she is intimidated by people who look down on her credentials. A dead patient's daughter harassed her, and the hospital decided to fire her instead of taking her side. This was when she first met Do Jin-woo. He is the spitting image of Oh-Hyun. He saves Gae-jeol from falling on the stairs but leaves a ring in a penchant behind. The ring happens to be the ring Oh-Hyun had once given Seol-Hui in their past lives. Gae-jeol instantly developed a crush on the man who had saved her on the stairs and decided to keep the ring as a talisman. Gae-jeol has a younger brother, Han Cheol, who is a police officer. Losing her job didn't dampen her spirit as she went on a job hunt. After getting rejected by several hospitals because of her educational background, she stumbles upon Do Jin-woo, a professor at Pilsong Medical Center. He hires her with an ulterior motive, to Gae-jeol's blissful ignorance. Do Jin-won had lost a patient, who happens to be his mother, on the operating table due to medical malpractice. The assisting nurse had swapped the patient's CT scan before surgery, resulting in her death. She did this at Chairman Kim Pil-soo's request. Jae-in-woo needs Ga-jeol to report the malpractice and to expose the chairman's involvement. He convinced Ga-jeol to help him, promising to have a talk with her about the ring when they were done with the case. However, upon discovering Do Jin-won's parentage, Chairman Kim Pil-soo sends his henchman, Jung-sik, to get rid of him. Not being able to get in touch with Jin-won, Ga-jeol goes to his apartment to look for him, but unfortunately, she is late. Jin-won was thrown from his apartment by Jung-sik, whom the chairman had sent to get rid of him. Interestingly, Chairman Kim Pil-soo is a spitting reincarnation of the high-ranking official Ga-jeol had killed in the past. And Jung-sik, his henchman, is also the spitting image of his guard who had killed Kokdu 500 years ago. As Ga-jeol tries to revive Jin-woo, he wakes up as Kokdu. To clarify, as Ga-jeol was performing CPR on a dying Jin-woo, Kokdu took possession of his body. The arrogant god of death didn't waste time trying to strangle Ga-jeol. Thinking something terrible had happened to Jin-woo after his fall, Ga-jeol searches for him in hospitals and morgues to no avail. She ended up soliciting the help of her brother, Han Cheol. During his investigation, Cheol witnesses Kokdu disappear on a CCTV camera. Since Kokdu visits the world every 99 years, he is oblivious to the changes in the world and fails to pay attention to the CCTV. Ga-jeol and Cheol hashed a plan to locate Kokdu by putting out a false story about him on SNS. Meanwhile, Kokdu makes his first kill after his recent awakening. Now, Jo Bong-pil is a trashy pharmacist. He drugs the drinks of women to get them unconscious, making it easy for him to take off their clothes and take pictures of them. The public prosecutors recently acquitted him of all charges, triggering one of his victims, Eun-ji, into contemplating suicide. Not having the courage to go through with it, she cries out to God for help. Her cries get to Kokdu, who freezes Jo Bong-pil to death. Ga-jeol travels down to Yeongpo to find Kokdu from the information she got from the SNS post. At the same time, Kokdu sets out to find her as people keep cursing Jin-woo out because of her SNS post, putting him in a foul mood. When they meet, Kokdu tries to kill Ga-jeol again but finds out he can't. Ga-jeol, finding him strange, concludes that he must be suffering from amnesia after slamming him for leaving her to hang. Because he couldn't kill Ga-jeol, Kokdu concludes that she must be the woman who would set him free from his curse. If you recall, the sad thing about his curse is when he finds the woman he's been longing for, and she says she loves him, he'll finally have a peaceful death. This means that when Ga-jeol declares her love for Kokdu, she'll lose him to the cold hands of death. Kokdu, believing that Ga-jeol's lack of sin was why he couldn't kill her, sets out to trap her into sin so he can kill her. However, Ga-jeol convinced him to testify in her disciplinary hearing with the condition that she would delete her SNS post and promise never to look for him again. Kokdu did as Ga-jeol requested but revealed his amnesia and Chairman Kim Pil-soo as the culprit. In annoyance, Ga-jeol demanded an apology from Kokdu. The arrogant god of death, instead, belittles her feelings for Jin-woo. He tells her that he doesn't like her and that her foolishness is horrific. This infuriated Ga-jeol further. She demanded that Kokdu kneels and apologize to her. Kokdu, who doesn't even kneel before the creator, brushes her request off and walks away. However, he's drawn back mysteriously to kneel in front of Ga-jeol. This makes him remember giving the azalea ring to Seol-Hui, a carbon copy of Ga-jeol. He finally recalls the name of the woman he'd been waiting for all these years. The episode ends while he anxiously asks Ga-jeol if she's Seol-Hui. What do you think of this Kim Young-hyun comeback drama? Let me know in the comment down below. If you like our content, please give it a like, share, and subscribe to our channel to be among the first to see our content. Thanks for watching, bye.